The force dynamics kinetics. So force is equal to ma is equal to W over G times A, where F is the force in Newton, M is the mass of the body, kilogram, A is the acceleration of the body in meters per second squared. Ito yung normal na formula. So the Olympus principle, reverse effective force. So W over A is equal to ma is the reverse effective force or the acceleration force. So kung saan papunta yon, doon din ang direction ng actual direction ng force na yan, reverse effective force. Sa drawing, sa free body diagram is ilalagay nyo as reverse. Tapos ilagay nyo ng, ito na, apply reverse effective force and treat as static. Summation of Fx equal to 0, summation of Fy is equal to 0, summation of M is equal to 0. Yan. Ito yung acceleration. So para ma-apply mo yung equilibrium, so ang force mo is opposite. Pag deceleration, so forward siya. Diba? So example number 18, a body weighing 40 pounds starts from rest and slides down a plane at an angle of 30 degrees with the horizontal for which the coefficient of friction F is equal to 0.3. How far will it move during the third second? Remember, a third second, only 3 seconds. Okay, so solution. F minus, from the figure, so F minus mu n minus F over G minus times A is equal to 0. Note pala, yung mu is equal to F. So, naano lang yung, di na napalitan. So, 40 sin 30 minus 0.3 times 40 cosine 30 minus 40 over 32.2. A is equal to 0. So, A is equal to 7.734 feet per second squared. So, accelerating siya. Obvious naman. Mababa. Yan. So, di ba yung sa free body diagram ito, yung weight, pababa. Yung normal pose, pa ganun. So, yung ditong 30 degrees. So, kunin mo yung component niya. So, yung pose mo is F times sin 30. Sa baba. Then, yung normal mo is 40 cosine 30. Multiply mo ng 0.3 kasi yun ang magiging opposing friction. So, the formula ng distance S is equal to B sub OT plus 1 half of AT squared. So, B sub O is equal to 0 at rest. From rest. So, S3 minus S2, ito yung third second and second second. So, yung na-move niya at third second is 1 half of A times T3 minus squared minus T2 squared is equal to 1 half of 7.734 times 3 squared. Oops. This is 3 squared minus 2 squared yan is equal to S3 minus S2 is 19.335 feet. So, the answer is letter B. Okay? Wait, palitan natin to. So, okay, so nagpalitan ko lang ng 2 seconds. Okay? The difference ng 3 seconds sa 2 seconds na distance. Yun ang tinatanong dyan. Basta itong mga ang grammar niya. Third second, second second, fourth second. Yan. Pero pag 4 second, 3 seconds, iba yon. Example number 19. An elevator weighing 5,000 pounds attained an upward velocity of 25 feet per second in 5 seconds with uniform acceleration. What is the tension in the supporting cable? Illusion, so given yung velocity lang sa time. So acceleration is B2 minus B1 over T is equal to 25 minus 0 over 5 is 5 feet per second squared. So next, T is equal to weight plus W over G plus A is equal to 5,000 plus 5,000 over 32.2 times 5 is 576.4 pounds. So from the pre-body diagram of elevator. So yan, ang weight niya dyan is yung mg. Okay? So tension minus mg. So ang direction mo is ma. Yung net force mo ng T minus mg is ma. Okay? So, so kung magpe-pre-body diagram ka, itong F mo pababa. Okay? So dito, symbol lang to, symbol. Na ang resultant nito is MA, net. So ibang way ito. So the Alembert principle, sa pre-body diagram, ilagay mo sa opposite. Ito naman is, ang rule ito is, yung resultant mo, force is MA. So example number 20, what is the minimum distance can a truck slide on a horizontal asphalt road if it is traveling 25 meters per second? The coefficient of sliding friction between the asphalt and the rubber tire is 0.6. So the weight of the truck is 8,500 kilogram. So from the figure, andyan naman yung mga arrow. Summation of Fx is equal to 0. Summation of Fy is equal to 0. Sliding, so meaning, nag-ano siya, decelerate. So this is, ang figure mo is nasa, merong the Alembert principle in apply. So, ang F mo is forward, MA. Yan. So, mu N minus MA. Mu N is the friction. Nandito yung arrow. Ayan. So, ang summation of forces mo at x-axis is papunta doon. So, kaya, hindi, papunta dito sa left side. Kaya, mu N, yung F, yung friction minus MA is equal to 0. Diba? So, the weight is equal to N is equal to mg. So, A is equal to mu N over M is equal to mu mg over M is mu g. So, the acceleration is 0.6 times 9.81 is equal to 5.886 meters per second squared. From the formula, 2AS is equal to B sub 2 squared minus B sub 1 squared. Deceleration, so ito is magiging negative. So S is equal to 0 minus 25 squared over 2 over negative 5.886 is 53.09 meters. Yeah. Pag hindi mo ito negative, magiging negative ang distance mo. So walang ganon. So 53.09, so letter C. Next is the work energy method. So energy conservation. So kinetic energy 1 plus PW minus NW is equal to Ka2. Where Ka1 is the initial kinetic energy, WB1 squared over 2G. PW is positive work. NW is the negative work. Ka2 is final kinetic energy. So WB2 is squared over 2G. Okay. So positivity yung input. So output mo is yung negative. So pwede sa dito. Kabila. Next, work is done when a force acting on a body displaces it. Work is scalar quantity. The SI unit for work is joule. Energy is the capacity of a body to do work. Energy is a scalar quantity, so the SI unit of energy is also joule. So power is the rate of doing work. Power is a scalar quantity. The SI unit of power is watts. So 1 watt is 1 joule per second. Sa formula, power is force times distance over time or force times velocity. The efficiency is the power output divided by the power input or the work output divided by the work input. Types of energy. Kinetic energy is the energy possessed by a body due to its motion. Ke is equal to 1 half of mv squared in Newton meter or joule. Potential energy is energy possessed by a body due to its position. Pe is equal to W times H or mgh in Newton meter or joule. Well, M is the mass of the body in kilogram. B is the velocity of the body, meters per second. W is the mg is equal to weight of the body in Newton. H is equal to height. So example number 21. If a particle nasa velocity of 10 meters per second and a kinetic energy of 1,000 joules, then the mass in kilograms of this particle must be. Solution, so Ke is equal to 1 half of mv squared. So 1,000 is 1 half of m times 10 squared. So m is 20 kilogram. Letter B. Next, impulse and momentum. Impulse is equal to the product of force acting on the body and the time for which it acts. Impulse is equal to mt. Momentum is defined as the product of its mass and velocity. Momentum is considered to be a measure of the quantity of motion in a body. And SI units is kilogram meters per second. So momentum is equal to mv. Same units doon sa impulse. Impulse is equal to momentum. Okay? So a golf, sample number 22, a golf weighs 1.6 ounce. If its velocity immediately after being driven is 225 feet per second, what is the impulse of the blow in slag feet per second? English units yan. Ang slag kasi mass. Okay, this is pounds in pounds divided by 132.2. So impulse equal to Ft is also momentum, mb. The mass, convert mo natin kasi nasa ounce siya. 1.6 ounce times 1 pound per 16 ounces times 1 slug over 32.2 is 0.003106 slug. So the impulse is equal to Ft is equal to 0.003106 times 225 is 0.699. So this is letter D. Next, law of conservation of momentum. Law of conservation of momentum, the total momentum of a group of interacting bodies remains constant in the absence of external force. So M1 B1 plus M2 B2 is the M1 B1 prime plus M2 B2 prime. So yan, before impact, may velocity. After impact, so magbabago yung velocity and direction. Types of collision. Elastic collision is a collision of two bodies in which kinetic energy as well as a momentum is conserved. An elastic collision is a collision of two bodies in which only the momentum is conserved but not kinetic energy. Coefficient of restitution is the negative ratio of the relative velocity after collision. Okay? So yan, E is equal to negative B1 prime minus B2 prime over B1 minus B2. If E is equal to 1, the collision is perfectly elastic. If E is equal to 0, the collision is completely inelastic. So example number 23. A 90-ton rail car moving at 5.5 miles per hour is instantaneously coupled to a stationary 60-ton rail car. Connect. What is the speed of the coupled car in miles per hour? Solution. Let be the speed of coupled car. Coupled kasi isa na lang velocity niya, di ba? So by conservation of momentum, so M1 B1 plus M2 B2 is equal to M1 B1 prime plus M2 B2 prime. Since coupled siya, so B is equal to B1 prime is equal to B2 prime. Diba yung 1, subscript na 1 is yung 90 tons. Yung subscript na 2 is 60 tons. Therefore, 90 times 5.5 plus 60 times 0, kasi yung isa dyan, at rest, yung 60. Stationary. So, 90 times B plus 60 times B is equal to 3.3 miles per hour. So, letter A. Sample number 24. Two masses collide on a frictionless horizontal floor and perfectly inelastic. Imagine yung billiard ball. Yan, billiard ball yan. Yung billiard ball na hindi parehas ang laki, ang weight. So mass 1 is 4 times that of mass 2. Velocity of mass 1 is 10 meters per second to the right, while the velocity of the mass 2 is 20 meters per second to the left. Opposite. What is the velocity and direction of the resulting combined mass? So, solution. So, combined mass, so nag-ano siya? Nag-isa. So, for M1 plus M2, M1 MB1 plus M2 B2 is equal to M1 B1 prime plus M2 B2 prime. Put in elastic collision, E is equal to negative B1 prime minus B2 over B1 minus B2 is equal to 0. Diba? Inelastic. So B1 prime is equal to B1 prime is equal to B2 prime. Use positive values to the right. So sa left side is negative. So M1 B1 plus M2 B2 is equal to M1 plus M2 B1 prime. So B1 prime is equal to M1 B1 plus M2 B2 over M1 plus M2. So therefore, B1 prime is equal to 4M2 times 10 plus M2 times negative 20 kasi ito is to the left. Yeah, negative. So divided by 4M2 plus M2 is equal to 4 meters per second. Since positive ang sagot mo, so papunta siya sa right. The answer is A. Ingat ang dalawa ang 10 dyan. Next, simple pendulum. Simple pendulum is a machine based on the effect of gravity. A simple pendulum is a heavy point mass suspended by a light inextensible string from a frictionless rigid support. Theoretical. Inextensible, then stretch, tapos heavy point mass. Point mass yung mga period, pero malaki. Ayan, bola. So, well, B sa figure. Tingnan yung figure. Will B is equal to the square root of 2gh. H is equal to B squared over 2g. So, the time is 2 pi times the square root of L over G. For double swing yan. Bumalik sa dati. Pesto. So, B is equal to final velocity of pendulum bob meters per second. H is the height of pendulum bob. T time for a double swing. So, double swing, pagbalik niya. Babalik sa ating pwesto. L is equal to displacement of the pendulum bob. Bob, yung ano, ito, yung distance niyan. Then, conical pendulum, ito naman, tangent of theta is equal to FC over W is equal to W squared R over G. Conical, ganyan ang rote ang ikot niya. Next, centrifugal force. Centrifugal force is an apparent outward force on a body following a circular path. Centrifugal force is the force that holds an object in circular motion pointed toward the center of the circle. Yung pagkaiba niya. So FC is equal to M B squared over R is equal to W B squared over GR or M W R W squared R, where FC is the centrifugal force, M is the mass of the body rotating kilogram, B is equal to 2 pi Rn or pi dn or velocity of the body rotating in meters per second. W is the angular velocity in radians per second. So example number 25. 10-pound weight fastened to a 2 feet cord is whirled in a vertical circle with an angular velocity of 100 RPM. Determine the tension in the cord when the weight is at the top of the circle. Solution, B is equal to 2 pi Rn is equal to 2 pi times 2 times 100 over 60 is equal to 20.94 feet per second. So Fc is equal to WB squared over GR is equal to 10 times 10.20.94 squared over 22.2 over 2 feet, or 68.1 pounds. Then by equilibrium, T plus 10 minus FC is equal to 0. Ang tension, gawa ka dito ng T. Yan, arrow, mababa. So, pababa siya. Yung weight mo naman na 10 pounds, pababa din. Kaya magpa-plus minus FC. So, that is equal to 0. So, T is equal to FC minus 10 is 68.1 minus 10 is 58.1 pounds. The answer is letter B. Next, kinetic energy of a rotating body. K is equal to 1/2 of mv squared or 1/2 of mk squared. W squared is 1/2 of IW squared. The torque is T is equal to FR is equal to I times alpha. Well, K, kinetic energy of a rotating body in joules. B, peripheral velocity, meters per second. I, moment of inertia of the body, kilogram meters per second, meters squared. I is equal to mq squared. May table to, may table. Omega is angular velocity in radians per second. Alpha is angular acceleration in radians per second squared. All given is revolution per second, convert nyo to radians, sa kanya i-substitute dito. Diba nyo lang naman ng ano yun? 1.8. 2 pi. Simple harmonic motion is the motion of an object with acceleration proportional to the displacement, resulting in repetitive motion. So, sa figure, velocity of B is W times or omega, the square root of R squared minus R squared. Acceleration, so take note, yung R dyan is also the X. X dun sa drawing. So, T, time of complete oscillation in seconds. T, the general formula for the period of motion, 2 pi over double omega, is equal to 2 pi times the square root of displacement over acceleration. Check na lang to. So, theta, so next, banking of highway. So, theta is the ideal angle of banking. So, andyan din yung free-body diagram sa figure. Yung theta, yung banking angle. Consider a car, weight W, that makes a horizontal turn on a curve of radius R while traveling at a certain velocity B. The curve is banked at an angle theta with the horizontal so that there is no tendency to slide up or down the road. So tangent theta is equal to B squared over GR with frictional force on a bank curve. When the car is traveling on bank curve with velocity greater than the rated speed of the curve and is about to skid up the plane, tangent mu is equal to F is the coefficient of friction. So tangent theta plus mu is equal to B squared over GR. Pag may friction siya. So mu is the frictional angle, theta is the banking angle. Unbanked highway curve plot. When the car is running on When the car is traveling on horizontal, unbanked highway curve of radius, weight is equal to N, Fc is equal to FF, and F is equal to B squared over 2GR. So, yung coefficient of friction mo. So, example number 26. A 3,500 pound force car is yung weight yan, is towing a 500 pounds trailer. The coefficient of friction between all tires and the road is 0.8. How fast can the car and trailer travel around an unbanked curve of radius 0.12 miles without either the car or trailer skidding? So R is 0.12 miles, is 0.12 times 5 to 80 is 63.6 feet. Then B squared over GR is equal to F. So B squared over 32.2 but 63.6 is 0.8. So velocity is 127.758 feet per second. Convert velocity to miles per hour. So 127.756 feet per second times 1 mile over 5 to 80 feet times 3,600 seconds for 1 hour. So velocity is 87.11 miles per hour. Example number 27. A highway curve with radius 800 feet is to be banked so that a car traveling 55 miles per hour will not skid sideways even in the absence of friction. So walang friction. At what angle should the curve be banked? So solution, tangent theta is B squared over GR. So B is equal to 55 miles per hour or convert mo magiging 80.67 feet per second. So tangent theta is 80.67 squared over 32.2 over 800. So theta is 14.18 degrees, letter D. Sample number 28. Determine the super elevation of the outer rail of a 5 feet wide railroad track on a 10 degrees curve. A 10 degrees curve is one which a chord 100 feet long subtends an angle of 10 degrees at the center. So assume a velocity of 60 miles per hour. Hinahanap natin is yung H. So, tingnan nyo yung drawing dito sa taas. So, 10 degrees chord. So, for 100 feet. So, dito yung 100 feet. Tapos, ito ang angle na is 10 degrees. So, makukuha mo na yung radius. Diba? So, ito in-enlarge lang. Ayan. So, sine of 10 over 2 is 100 over 2r. So, r is equal to 573.68. Yan. So, ito yung radius. Nag-iba-iba lang yung letter R. Ito yung radius mo. So, ayan, ito yung radius mo. So, ito yung 100 feet. So, para mo kung R, ito, theta is 10, yung angle mo 10 degrees. So, ito magiging 10 over 2. So, 10 over 2, sin mo yon, R times sin ito is equal to dito. Yung kalahati. So, times 2 mo. So, lalabas itong equation. Okay? So, tangent theta is equal to b squared over gr is 88 squared over 32.3 over 573.8. Saan ka itong 66? This is, ano na to, feet per second. Equivalent to sa 60 miles per hour. 60 times 5 to 80 over 3600 is 88. Okay? So, theta is 22.74 degrees banking angle. So, sin theta is equal to sine of 22.74 is h over 5. Yung banking niya ito. Yung height, ang tinatanong is yung height, di ba? So, h over 5, yung wheel ng road. So, yung wheel ng road naka-parallel dan sa inclination. Yan. So, that is h over 5 is sine of nito. So, magiging h is 1.93 feet. Okay? So, letter A. So, next topic to, strength of materials. Chop-chopin natin para di masyadong mahaba.